Hello and welcome to our presentation on A-level geography at Sheffield High School. Geography is a very broad subject and covers many different aspects, and Andrew Goudie, Professor at Oxford University, sums it up very nicely in terms of looking at it in a holistic manner and looking at lots of different aspects of geography in terms of physical and human geography, and trying to sum up our very difficult to understand sometimes and complex world that we live in, and we do try to make sense of it all by looking at lots of different aspects. In terms of teaching, you will have two teachers over the A-level course, and one specialising in human geography and one specialising in physical geography. And you'll have 5 hours of geography per week, and there are 3 of us in the department altogether, and we have a lot of teaching experience. Over the years, we've got 80 years of teaching experience, and we like to think that as a big advantage in the subject. The exams obviously are A-levels, and they're quite complex, but we know what hoops to jump through and to get good results, and we are very proud of our results in the department. We teach the AQA qualification at A-level, and it's divided into 2 main components altogether. You've got the human geography and the physical geography, and there is also a fieldwork component as well. In the physical geography, there are 3 different sections. There's water and carbon cycles, there's hazards, and there's coasts. Water and carbon focuses on the importance of 2 really vital elements in the world, water and carbon, and we look at how they are stored, how they're transferred, and how they move around the environment in their different components. In the coastal section, about 40% of the world's population are considered coastal, so we are a very sort of coastal orientated population in the world, and coastlines do affect us considerably. In the UK, we obviously have a large coastline, and we have one of the fastest eroding coastlines in Europe, in the Holderness coast. And we will take the students to that area, and we will talk about that a little bit later when we talk about fieldwork that we carry out. So coastlines and coastal management is very important to us as a nation, and obviously the world with rising sea levels and climate change as well. The third component is hazards. And we look at tectonic hazards such as earthquakes and volcanoes, so we look at their management and the causes and the impacts that has. Also, we look at wildfires as a hazard. Obviously, that's been very topical in the news with Australia and California recently. And we also do about tropical storms, hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones in different parts of the world. We look at multi-hazard areas also, and we focus on Los Angeles and also Japan as areas of the world that do have multiple hazards occurring, and that has a significant impact on the population.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Haynes, and I teach human geography at A-level, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the subjects and the topics I teach. If you have enjoyed studying at GCSE human geography, then you will absolutely love studying A-level human geography. We basically have 3 major units that we study. The first one is called Changing Places, and this is more looking at place at the local level, looking at the character of places and how and why they're changing. We also look at how places are represented through the media, through photographs, art even. And we also look at how we can place make, and how increasingly with marketing and regeneration schemes, places are doing all kinds of things to make them stand out from the crowd. So Changing Places is partly based on Sheffield, and we'll also be looking at a contrast, which is Scarborough, which many of you know. The second unit is about contemporary urban environments, and here we go more to a global scale. And we study the processes that are changing big cities. We also look at the many issues, from the social issues of massive differences in wealth between people living in cities, to environmental impacts, which I know many of you are so interested in: air pollution, water pollution, and climate change impacts on urban areas. The final unit is called Globalisation and Global Governance, and this deals with all the causes and impacts of globalisation, and it also deals with governance, and it's a little bit different, a little bit of global politics, and we explore global international consensus and how bodies such as the United Nations, how they try and solve issues through global international consensus. We also spend some time studying the Antarctic, and this is one of the few regions of the world that is governed by international consensus. So, from the Southern Ocean and Antarctica to Shanghai, Sheffield, and the shops on your high street, human geography really will help you to understand the changes and everything that's going on really in the world around you.
The third component in the A-level geography course is NEA, which is a non-examined assessment, and the pupils have to produce a fieldwork project based on a topic of their choice. They can choose any particular topic from the specification, and it accounts for 20% of the overall A-level, with the other two exams accounting for 40% each of the human and the physical geography. The project can be a good chance for the students to engage in a topic or an issue that might be happening in their local area. It might be something that they find really interesting, and it's really a chance to get their teeth into an issue of some sorts. Examples of topics that we've done recently or students have produced recently are there's been fracking in the Drumfield area, housing estates in Matlock being built on greenfield sites and brownfield sites. We've had students looking at urban microclimates in Sheffield. We've had students looking at inequality differences in Sheffield, looking at crime, deprivation rates. And so there's there's a huge variety of topics in both human and physical geography that they can really get down to grips with.
One of the brilliant things about studying A-level geography is that you'll be able to develop a really good skill set. We will be using IT, we use databases, and we will be using software that will allow you to find out more about the local area and far-flung parts of the world. You will keep your numeracy skills going, and you'll do some statistical techniques, a bit of maths, and you will analyse and process a wide range of different data sources. So the skills you develop in geography will really stand you in good stead, both for university and for the workplace moving forward. Fieldwork in geography is absolutely vital, and one of the things that makes us different. And if you like getting out and actually experiencing things and observing things and being a bit of a detective, then you will absolutely love geography fieldwork. We do several field trips in normal circumstances. In Year 12, we go to the North Yorkshire coast and explore the issues of coastal management, and we visit Scarborough, which we are studying in changing places. You will develop many skills, many of which you'll be able to adapt and use in your NEA projects. And most girls, when they've been on their field trip, they never forget it. It's a unique and new time when you spend time with your fellow students away for a few days. We also, in Year 13, have a short trip to London, one-night visit, and there we focus on the urban environment, and we look at issues to do with regeneration in places like Notting Hill, London Docklands, and also the Stratford area where the Olympic Park has generated massive new investment and change in that area. So you will get plenty of opportunities to go out and to see what you're learning about in the classroom. We also are in the unique position where we can offer you things that perhaps other subjects can't. We have a trip in Year 12 where the Year 12 girls go out for a day with the Year 4 girls from the junior school, and they help them with a river studies day. And this generates, again, more possibilities for leadership skills and It's one of my favourite days of the year when I see the young girls and the older girls in the school working so brilliantly together. An optional extra is the amazing trip to Iceland, and there hopefully will be a trip in October 2021. So again, this is open to all geography and geology students at GCSE and A level, and I know some of you are really looking forward to that opportunity.
As Mrs. Haynes was saying, geography develops a huge range of skills which employers are very keen on, and some of the geographers are amongst the most employable upon leaving with A-levels and university because of the skills and the different sort of aspects of the course that they develop. So there's literacy skills, numeracy skills, interpreting data, analysing data, presenting data, just working together in groups, doing fieldwork. So there's a huge variety of skills that are developed during the course, which are very attractive to employers. And finally, our geographers go on to study a huge variety of courses at university. So on the slide you can see that some of the girls have gone and studied forensic science, veterinary, chemistry, education, medicine, obviously geography as well, criminology, business management, and environmental studies. So there is a huge variety of subjects that the girls go on to study. And on the last slide, you can see some of the quotes that some of the previous geographers have made, and they really enjoy the course. Obviously, we're very biased, but the course is enjoyable, it's informative, and it's useful to make global citizens. You know, being aware of what's going on in the world and understanding how it all works is really, really important to the future of our planet. Thank you very much.